Hey folks, welcome. This is Charles Owen from Paladin. Welcome to the Paladin University. We are starting right here on 9 o'clock on time. We've got several people logged in right now. I'm going to give it another, well, I'll do a quick introduction here and do a little house cleaning before we officially start the content of this webinar. But I do appreciate you guys taking your time to be here. This will be recorded, so later you're able to watch this. So if there's any interruptions, you know, if you're in the store and customer comes up to the counter, absolutely, customers come first. Take your time, work with them, and then you can always bring this up. It'll be posted in the next 24 to 48 hours. So that's good. In addition, we have questions, and question and answer time will be at the end on your webinar. Go to webinar box. There's a your dialog box. There's a spot for questions, so you can enter questions in there. I'll be monitoring those throughout, and then at the end we can address those. Couple things before I introduce our guest speaker today. I just want to say that, you know, rental programs are really a terrific benefit to driving more revenue to your store. So they offer a lot of advantages to increase your revenue. And Paladin and Point of Rental bring you a best of breed solution to that, or approach, to help you manage the rental programs and the inventory for your rental system. It is a transparent integration, which means they act and interact just like you're working on one system. You can just scan information from Point of Rental in Paladin, and it communicates directly with Point of Rental. So it was really transparent and well thought out integration between the two products. And this webinar will speak to the benefits of both the combined solution as well as the advantages of incorporating a rental program into your operations. So really excited today to get started here. I am introducing now Guy Woods of Point of Rental. His title, it was on the previous page here, is Strategic Account Executive with Point of Rental. So we're honored to have him here. And what I will do at this point is I will make Guy the presenter here. So Guy, I'm going to go ahead and make you the presenter so you can take it away.
Wonderful, thank you, Charles. I have the stick, right? If I show you my screen, you can all see my screen.
Got it.
All right, fantastic. Hey everyone, thank you. Thanks again, Charles. My name is Guy Woods with Point of Rental Software. We're based out of Dallas, Texas, and I focus on the retail hardware vertical and specifically our partnership with Paladin. So today we're going to have a discussion on why rental might help your business and how Rental Essentials, our platform that we're going to discuss here, integrates with your Paladin POS system. You know, Charles brought up mentioned a good point there, brought up a good point. Rental as a business opportunity literally increases the footfall by, you know, exponentially by doubling it, right? Folks coming to your store to rent a product, and then they come back to return that product. So not only do you have opportunities to rent and re-rent, but you also have an opportunity to sell them something again the next time they're back in the store. So just wanted to, you know, kind of reiterate that. And again, I'd like to thank Ralph, Charles, and the folks at Paladin for inviting us to participate in their webinar series. Sorry if my, I think one of my engineers is trying to get in on he was supposed to be in on the meeting and he went to the wrong one. Anyway, so Paladin is an excellent partner with Point of Rental, and as Charles mentioned, it is a seamless integration between the applications. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to run a brief video on Point of Rental, just a minute and a half, as to who we are, what we are, and why we exist, and then we'll dig into a little bit of an overview on Rental Essentials. So.
Hi, we're Point of Rental. Our first software was built to run one rental store, ours, in 1983. Since then, we've grown a bit. We now have 5 offices worldwide, and 5,000 businesses rely on our software daily. We've had to grow internally to support such a diverse, innovative group of people. We've developed 4 complete rental software solutions to handle any kind of rental business, from the smallest startups to international retailers and distributors. We've added more than 200 experts at building software, supporting your needs and ensuring you're maximizing your point of rental experience. All in all, we have more than 600 years of first-hand rental experience on staff. But we never lose sight of the fact that point of rental software is built for you. We implement hundreds of user suggestions into our systems, and that's resulted in some pretty big accolades. But awards don't define us. We're here to empower others to reach their full potential. You'll see it through our nonprofit Point the Way, whether we're building tech centers, fundraising, food collecting, or volunteering. We're strengthening our communities. You'll see it in the way we actively solicit customer feedback on our processes and our software to ensure that we're constantly working toward a better experience. When you work with Point of Rental, you're working with people that are empowering, principled, innovative, and caring. We think you deserve an epic rental software experience.
You know, we're 240 employees strong now, primarily development, implementation, and support, right? So our goal, as you might have picked up at the end there, is to give you an epic experience when you partner with Point of Rental. So of those 240, primarily development, implementation, and support, we have offices around the globe, which gives us a follow-the-sun software support approach. So it's always scheduled working hours somewhere, right? You're not going to get somebody at 4 o'clock in the morning who'd much rather be sleeping than answering your call. Obviously, in North America, that doesn't matter too terribly much, but it is important for us as a business. We touched on the award-winning software, and we showed you a little bit about You Innovate there, and I'll get into that a little bit. And our customers love us. You know, we have to have incredible customer support and response because our reputation is vital. So as I mentioned today, we're based out of Dallas-Fort Worth. We have offices in the UK, in Germany, South Africa, Australia, and we're about to move into the UAE also some point early next year, mid next year probably. Again, the support is critical to us. We handle almost 2,000 calls a week by our global team with a success rate of over 97% of closure on the first instance. So that's critical to us, right? 24/7, 365 days a year, our support staff is ready to go. And like I said, it's a follow the sun philosophy that we have on support. Our software, which is oftentimes developed with your best interest, and as I mentioned that, so we have, as a license holder of a Rental Essentials in this particular instance, but as a license holder of a Point of Rental software license, you have access to an online platform called You Innovate, which is basically a cloud-sourced innovation process, if you will. So if you think that something is missing from your rental platform, you post it on You Innovate, and as it gets voted up, if it's a great idea for everybody, we'll absolutely innovate. We have over 200 ideas in Point of Rental software today that have come directly from our customer feedback and You Innovate, and that's critical for us. So we have to be listening to what our customers are saying and reacting accordingly, and that's given us award after award at the rental, the ARA, RER, Cloud Innovation World Cup, et cetera, right? So we're really, again, we're about giving an epic solution to you and an epic experience for you. Our software is, the Rental Essentials platform is entirely API driven, which means that as a web-based platform. We can integrate with most other web-based solutions that are out there today, obviously with Paladin, Salesforce, Office 365, QuickBooks, I'm sure a lot of you folks are using as well. So, you know, as we're working today to build out this platform so that it can allow you to engage with your customers, whether that be a HubSpot, but also with your POS system and your ERP platform in Paladin, we want to make sure that, and we continue to improve upon as an API-driven company. So as I mentioned, You Innovate here, it is a collaborative, innovative portal. We do custom work. If you think that it's a good idea for something to be added to your business and it doesn't get voted up, but you still need it, talk to us. You know, we'll absolutely develop that for you specifically, and we do that a good bit as well. A lot of folks, you know, just want specific custom ideas, but submit your ideas if you think something could be improved or something is missing, and the rest of the community, over 5,000 users, will vote it up. And like I said, we've added over 200 different features and functions to our platforms over the last few years, specifically from You Innovate. So let's talk a little bit about rental revenue creation, because, you know, ultimately that's why we're all here, right? We want a business that is going to make money and then continue to make money. And I think, you know, if we look at right now, retail or any business, but retail in particular, there's a lot of problem with supply chains, right? So once you've sold something, it's gone, you know, and you might wait 6 months to get a replacement for that product. So when we look at rental, we also look at the circular economy, and we look at the demographics that are shifting with our customers. You know, the customer relationship with tools, equipment, camping gear. A big customer of ours is a big camping outdoor supply company out of the Pacific Northwest. You know, there's the circular economy, right? Like my dad's relationship with tools and equipment was very different to mine, right? He owned almost everything, and I think once he rented a jackhammer and a cement mixer. We did some work around the house for my mum. I own many things and I rent some things. My son owns no tools and rents everything. So when we look at rental revenue creation, we got to look at who our customers are, meet them where they are, right? And so I think ownership of equipment is on the decline, and rental, certainly from that circular economy and that reusable business model, is on the upswing. So I've got a couple of examples here for a relatively common, couple of relatively common items in a retail, hardware retail fleet, right? So right here, we've got a 3,000 PSI pressure washer, right? So a couple of examples. We've got the rental option and the sale option. So the purchase price is the purchase price, about $800. You may buy it better, you may buy it less, whether you buy it through Ace or Orgill or Do It Best or whatever it might be. And let's say your store is open 365 days out of the year with 358 days with an average working month of 30 days. Let's look at 10% utilization on this piece of equipment, which is relatively low actually for a pressure washer. But your average rental monthly revenue based on these rates, which if you go to, you know, one of the major national hardware stores and look at their rates for this piece of equipment, we're right about on the mark there. And then you can look at buying this piece of equipment, selling it, and then having to buy another one to replace it, right? And if you look at that graph over there, you'll see that, you know, you're probably going to have to buy about 6 of these ladders. So there's cash flow tied up to make, you know, $1,230, give or take $1,200 in profit. Whereas you can buy one and you can rent it 6 times and rent it, and then over 6 months, you know, you're over $3,000 in profit, and you still have the piece of equipment, right? So that's one option. Another one is with a ladder, a very different piece of equipment, but the same kind of utilization. It's a pretty decent mark here for a ladder, about 10% utilization, but the cost drops off. But again, you still got to buy 5 or 6 of these things to get anywhere near making money off of them. You got supply chain constraints, and you're still keeping the product here. So, you know, it's literally money for old rope. Recycle, reuse, rent it. So Rental Essentials is a web-based rental management solution. So we're going to have a quick look on a few slides around that and how it integrates with Paladin, right? So as Charles mentioned, you're doing your POS, your business, your day-to-day business in Paladin, and anytime a rental transaction comes up, you will hand off to Rental Essentials, and then, you know, you'll be looking at your scheduling, maintenance, availability of equipment, pricing, deliveries, billing, et cetera, contract, excuse me, contract creation. We can take condition photographs, excuse me, track signatures electronically. So Rental Essentials is effectively your filing cabinet, if you will, for your rental business. And then you'll close that transaction back out over in Paladin. So it's a very easy connection now. So as it relates to the customer experience, it's browser-based, right? I don't know if any of you are currently using a rental software platform. Many of them haven't been developed. I've seen some where you literally have to lay a template over a keyboard and go through a series of codes and connections to make a transaction. When we look at how a bill becomes a law, it's all browser-based. So, you know, you can literally get a 17-year-old kid working at the counter on a Saturday. They'll look at that point of Rental Essentials browser and know exactly what they're looking at versus some, you know, legacy DOS-based platform. It's completely web-based. It can be used on any device, phones, tablets, desktops, wherever it might be. What that does for you is it allows you the opportunity to be out in the yard doing business. Like I said, I can take condition photographs. I can have the customers sign right then and there on a tablet or on a phone. I can email quotes and contracts out to the customer. And my delivery team, if they're out and about in the field, can schedule their deliveries using the Essentials license and take customer signatures and receipts of delivery out in the field. And again, we're constantly innovating through You Innovate. We run a sprint about every 3 weeks on new innovations for Rental Essentials. How does our business work? We look at a digital workflow. So basically, most of you are going to spend a lot of your time in the workbench. I can see what transactions are out. I can see the icon up there with the little shopping cart tells me it's a web order, because you will get a web storefront with Rental Essentials. So you can now take rental reservations or quotes whilst the business is closed. Customers can do the whole operation from placing an order, paying the bill, scheduling pickup, arrive at your store, pop the trunk, put the device in the trunk, drive away and return it the exact same way. But you'll be notified of the little web icon there, or the shopping cart icon. This is out for delivery. What's coming back in? What's a quote? What's a reservation? Everything is managed from my workbench. I can manage all of my inventory. I can manage how many I have. I can see I've got 9 of 10 available at the top line item right there at the pressure washer. I can set up KPIs for, you know, maintenance, scheduled maintenance, repair, when to sell a piece of equipment based on ROIs. And all of this is done with over 50 or so different reports that can be pulled up, including a delivery map as to, you know, how and where I'm gonna go out and get my equipment delivered. My customers can be obviously added. I can have a full view of who my customers are. Are they a bad risk? I don't want to rent to this guy again. They stole something from me last time. Or this is a good customer, that they're in my rewards program. This is an account customer. This is a cash only customer. And I can go full history from what they rented, how often they rented. I can do marketing based on zip code. So, you know, if my particular zip code rents a lot of seasonal equipment, aerators, lawnmowers, whatever it might be, I can start doing marketing campaigns around those. I can do specific customer pricing. All of the transactions that I do are role-based and hierarchical. So anybody who has a user license, they log in. So I, as the store owner, for an example, would get visibility into absolutely everything. I can set up customer discounts. I can add them into rewards program. my counter employee that only works, 15 hours a week, Saturday, Sunday, Monday afternoon, they can't give discounts as an example, but they can see who my customers are and what equipment that they've rented. Again, reporting and analytics, I can get full ROIs on every piece of equipment, every customer, every item, every category. I can manage my my maintenance, my scheduling of downtime. I can have flags set up automatically to remind me of pieces of equipment that need to go out and rent. So that's the net as a brief overview of Rental Essentials. And so I think my timer went pretty well there, Charles. I'll shut up and we'll take some questions.
Yeah, sounds good. I'm looking at the questions now. I don't see any at this time, but I do want to comment. Guy, this is some pretty compelling stuff. I really appreciate you. I think I learned a lot from this. I hope others did as well. If you're a hardware store and you don't run out and buy 6 pressure washers and put them on rental anytime soon, you're losing out based on the numbers that we saw here. I love the recycle, reuse, rent it, and repeat, right? Forget that. And then the U-Innovative portal is phenomenal. I don't know if you guys invented that or if it's a service that you go through, but that's yeah.
It's ours. Yep.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing. I really like it. I don't see any questions still, so looks like we have acquired some more logins though. So folks, just to reiterate, I'm gonna step back into presenting mode here just for another additional couple of slides here. First of all, the next webinar is on cascading sales. So we'll show you in Paladin how you can set up sale items to automatically discount over a time period where they start out at, maybe a 25% discount, then go to 50% discount, then a 75. So we're doing, you're selling out on particular items, and you want to push them out of your store. You can do that very easily through Paladin. So we'll be going over that. It's a perfect timing because you have all kinds of holiday products that you might want to bring in for the holidays. Hopefully you can. Hopefully we'll be able to get the trucks delivering the products from the containers. I know that's been an issue, but once you rack up all these supplies and holidays, you want to make sure that you sell out of those before you you have to store them till next year. So that's November 16th. And then, as always, you can check out the different information in Paladin. If you go to Paladin Point of Sale, there is on the very top bar, it says websites. You can get to our store. You can get to the help portal as well from there. You can also just go directly to portal.paladinpos.com, and we have all the information, self-help tools, videos, and these webinars you can also see there. So we'll definitely cover that. Anything that you want to add, Guy?
No, I mean, either I nailed it in a presentation and left nothing to any question, or everybody was asleep.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with I nailed it in the presentation.
Maybe so, but for those who missed the video or saw the video but couldn't hear it, we're going to go ahead and replace that with a functioning audio tape when we record this and post it. So that will be there. If somebody wanted to go out and see that presentation right now, is there a link that you can share with them? Can't hear you. Let me go ahead and activate your audio.
Oh, sorry, I was muted like
Yep.
like a Zoom rookie. I will absolutely, let me paste the link right now. Is there a chat somewhere I can post it down there in the chat?
I can just you can put it right on your screen. I'll make you the presenter again. So if folks want to see this, I think it's good information. If you want to watch this video that we showed that we had trouble with the audio on, you can see that right now.
Well, let me quickly create a short bit.ly so that then everybody doesn't have to try and read a massive screen.
Okay.
So bear with me a second here.
Okay. Still not seeing your screen. Is that intentional?
Yep, I'm just
okay.
trying to create this short bit.ly there.
Perfect.
Is there a way to can I paste it somewhere?
Well, I would just show it on your screen.
Well, it's a really long one, so.
Oh, well.
Bear with me a second here. So go to that. Is bit.ly/3 Bravo Charlie uppercase Delta Romeo 6 Hotel.
I see it. Hopefully others will see it. Take a screenshot if you can.
Yep.
But we will go ahead and post it. Like I say, you can go to portal.paladinpos.com, click on webinars, and this will be right at the top of the list of recent webinars. I really appreciate everything, Guy. It was an honor to have you here to discuss this. I'm enlightened about rental, and we'll go ahead and preach the word here. Thank you.
Thank you, Charles. I appreciate it. Good to see everybody. Thanks for coming out.
And everybody, thank you for attending the webinar. Really appreciate it. We know your time's valuable. And until next time, have a great one. God bless. Take care.